Hey everybody, welcome back to our skills technical training guide for graphic design technology. And in this video we're going to talk about how to properly set up a cover and spine so that it'll print correctly and it'll separate correctly and all that good stuff. And just an easy way for you to set it up so you don't have to worry about it or try to calculate it after the fact. So in this project we had a cover for the booklet. And it has the document size here of 7.75 by 10. That's a folded finished size. It also includes a 0.375 spine. So that means that the total is 18.75 by 10. All right. And you can see here it also has a 0.125 bleed as well. All right. So I'm going to show you how to set that up so that you can see exactly how that would look and a real easy way to get started. So we're going to jump into InDesign. This is the actual finished piece. We'll look at that after. We're going to go to File, New. We're going to New Document. And I'm just going to change it to inches so you can see the size here. So we got the finished folded size, which is 7.75 by 10. Orientation, in this case, is portrait. We're turning off facing pages. Make sure that's turned off. We're going to have 2 pages. And we're going to keep the margins at 0, and we're going to set our bleed to 0.125. I'm also going to put a slug at the top of 0.375. I'm going to show you why afterwards, and we're going to hit Create. I'm going to end up with a document that has 2 pages, obviously, and they are the same size. And because facing pages was turned off, they are sitting one over top of another rather than next to each other. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our parent up here at the top, and we're going to click, I just right-clicked, I'm going to do a new parent. And on this new parent, we're going to have a width of, I believe it was 0.375. Let me just double check that before I hit OK. And yes, it was a 0.375 spine. All right, and we're going to jump back in here. We're going to say OK. So now we got a custom parent size here. We're going to just drop that in here as well. Now, if I was to try to move these around and reorder this, it's not going to look proper because they don't sit next to one another. So what we need to do is we need to go to these 4 little lines in the corner, and we're going to turn off Allow Selected Spread to Shuffle. We're just going to turn that option off. And now what we can do is we can take our spine and we can lock it next to, oh, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, for some reason it didn't turn off. Let's just check. Okay, that time it did. Allow document pages to shuffle, and now we should be able to grab this and just, you see how that little hook appears when I go over the edge of that page? And now I can hook those pages in so that they go next to one another. And now we have this nice document of, the proper size with that page in the middle, which is our spine. All right, now we're not done yet, but I'm going to show you a few other things that are useful with this setup. One nice thing is if you select your parent page, in this case the A pages, which are the front cover and the back cover, we can go to our layout and margins and columns, and we can adjust our margins specifically for just these front and back pages, okay, which is really nice because now we can have control over our columns, for example, how many columns we want to have, and our gutters as well, and it's only going to affect the back page and the front page, so we can hit OK. All right, so this is set up beautifully. Now you'll notice that a lot of times when you are outputting a PDF, or when you have to output a PDF for the skills project, if I go back to the project, it's going to tell you that you need to have a certain amount of marks. It's going to tell you that you have to include crop marks, no bleed marks, fold marks, color bars, color bar for varnish, page information, PDF, exported intact, all that good stuff. Now the reason that this technique is superior to any other is because it's also going to add nice marks for the spine, okay? So we're going to have actual lines that are on the spine because technically InDesign sees this as a separate page, all right, which is going to make it much easier for us. So if I jump back over to this document here, you're going to see that the reason we put that slug at the top is so that we could put our competitor number, and also, very important, if you're using a varnish like in this document, you put a swatch for the varnish color in the top of your slug as well. And I'm going to show you why in a moment. So now that everything is correct, I'm just going to turn off my bleeds quickly. Yep, everything looks good. Now I can go to File, and if I want, I can export a PDF, or I could just go through PDF presets and do 2008 PDFX. And I'm just going to give it a name. Since I've already done this, I'm going to hit Cancel. Actually, I'll go through the options first so that you know where to find them. I'm going to hit Save. In here, we've got these settings set up, but in here we would set spreads because we want to have the full spread. We're going to go to our marks and our bleeds. We're going to have crop marks, registration marks, page information, document bleeds, and we are going to include the slug area, which, like I said, includes that number and that little swatch right there. And now we can hit Export. That's going to create our PDF. It's going to do its thing. And once it's done, it looks like it's finished, we can take a look at it. All right. So we can go into here, into number 4. I believe that was the one I just exported. We could take a look at it. And you're going to see that everything is on here. Now, one thing I noticed I forgot is the color bar, which was one of the options I forgot to check on. But luckily, I made another PDF here that I can show you with everything turned on correctly, this one here. So if everything is correct and you happen to export it properly, you will notice that you've got crop marks along the edges, you've got your color bars, you have your additional color bar, which is the varnish. You also have crop lines where the spine is going to fold. Technically, these are fold lines, not crop lines, but they're going to be where they're supposed to be. Got your information. And if we go into the separation for this inside print production, and we go to output preview, you will see now that we've got a properly separated PDF. We got our process plates, and we also got our varnish. Okay, you can see how that little swatch indicates the varnish. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that in our color bar. All right, so that is a properly set up cover with spine, and a really easy way to do it. I strongly encourage you guys, if you are going to be doing a cover and spine, this is the correct way to do it. It's going to make life much easier.